Uh, sorry, I did.
You did? Alright, I'm gonna go listen into Beast. Bathed in the light, in the half-light of these starless barrens, you spot a figure and you could only describe as a second self.
It looks haggard and weak, its very voice but a feeble echo of your own.
Hannah, do you know? Oh,
Come close.
Sorry,
So that you may
my
see
mouse
me
is
as I
ran out of
am.
battery.
oh,
So,
okay. Do you want to just wait for Hannah to get a?
Yeah. Well, all right.
Look me in the eyes.
Where else would I be looking?
The apparition clasps your face in its shaking hands. You suddenly feel your eyes tingle. Everything becomes brighter, sharper. Blacks and whites become glorious bursts of color, then fade back into their accustomed spectrum.
Whoa.
Blind eyes shine brightly. Speak the spell and see.
Oh, like a vision of your spirit.
Whoa.
Oh. Who wants to go next?
I guess I can.
Okay, Sibyl.
It looks haggard and weak, its very voice but a feeble echo of your own.
Sibyl, come closer, so that you may see me as I truly am.
No, I'm fine here, thanks.
Stubborn as ever. But you will look me in the eyes.
You're speaking to me like that elven god. I didn't like it from him either.
The apparition clasps your face in its shaking hands.
He did this
You suddenly
too!
feel your eyes tingle. Everything becomes brighter, sharper. Blacks and whites become glorious bursts of color, then fade back into their accustomed spectrum.
Blind eyes shine brightly.
Get off of me.
Speak the spell and see.
Okay. Well, that's...
All right.
I got mine, so...
Okay. Mark or Mark, did you want to go or do you want me to go?
I will have a go.
Go ahead. I'm sure it's very similar.
Yeah, it's probably the same.
Probably the exact same thing.
Wow, even clad in the poorest robes, I look imperial.
It looks haggard and weak, its very voice but a feeble echo of your own.
Yet it lacks my elegance and charm.
I love how you correct the narrator.
Come closer.
Well, only I, the Red Prince, may see clearly.
As I truly am.
Well, I am not very accustomed to taking orders, but very well. Very well.
Look me in the eyes.
Very dashing eyes.
The apparition clasps your face in its shaking hands.
Manhandled
You
by
suddenly feel your
myself.
eyes tingle. Everything becomes brighter, sharper. Blacks and whites become glorious bursts of color, then fade back into their accustomed spectrum.
Oh, quite a few.
Blind eyes shine brightly.
Oh.
Speak the spell and see.
Ooh.
So this is how we get spirit vision. It's been sitting there all this time. It's kind of silly.
Bathed in the half
I'm
light
going to
of
go
this
next.
eerie, starless landscape, you spot a figure you could only describe as you, another you.
Hello there. You're not exactly what I expected to see down here.
It looks haggard and weak, its voice merely a feeble echo of your own.
Thane, my child, come closer. Let us
wait,
be
you...
revealed.
Your face and... You have... Amadia's mannerisms. What kind of charming chimera am I speaking to?
No beast, no monster, merely an illusion to be dispelled.
The apparition clasps your face in shaking skeletal hands, and you feel a tingle run through your bones. Everything becomes brighter, sharper. Blacks and whites become glorious bursts of color before fading back to their accustomed spectrum.
Now, did you notice the subtle difference there, you guys, with Vane? Like,
Is
what was
skeletal hands.
Well, what was the one thing that all of you guys were told to do, but he didn't ask Vane to do that?
Look at him.
Look at his eyes.
Oh.
Vane doesn't have eyes.
Yeah, that's true.
He doesn't have eyes to look at. So I was waiting for him to say those lines. Like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. So they just kind of glossed over it.
It's good that there are subtle differences, even if it's largely the same thing.
Look into my eye sockets.
Yes. Well, even when the maester was talking about the ritual, she specifically said, you know, blood or whatever the equivalent is for you skeleton folk is what she said. Because when I stabbed myself with the lancet, instead of blood, it was
Marrow.
And apparently that counted.
Yeah, I noticed that part.
That was kind of cool.
Time to open the eyes you lost so long ago.
Oh.
To see the world as you once did.
I like that. To open the eyes you lost so long ago. That's pretty cool.
Fane has, I think, one of the more unique ones. It's kind of interesting.
Well, when he's a walking corpse, I mean.
Yeah.
Speak the spell and see.
So, cast a spell regularly to reveal a hidden world of ghosts lingering in the mortal realm. That's cool. Now
So,
that I've done this,
are we supposed to use it?
I think so. That might be our way out. Might as well.
God
Whoa.
is the strange mirror image of yourself. Before you stands the goddess Amadia in all her spectral glory.
Oh, each of you have your own things.
I think we all just clicked.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Just do your own thing.
It's probably the same thing, just with the person, like the other.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go through it.
You know me now, don't you, Vane? Your sister. Your guardian. You were my hero once. You must be so again.
So are we just going through ours?
Yeah, I can't unfortunately I can't listen in on you guys's, so I'm just going to play through my own and just record, you know, what my god is saying, I guess.
Your kindred
Unless you
soul,
want to
my
wait
last
for me to
refuge,
finish, but
my last bastion. From here I can aid
Up
you.
to you
But
guys?
only if you
I'm okay.
grant me one small
Yeah.
kindness.
yeah, just go through your thing if you'd like, and we'll just meet back whenever we meet back.
Amadia stretches out and nourishes herself from the source that abounds in your presence. You feel it deep down inside yourself as it drains away.
Ah, yes. That is better. That is so much better. Truly, dying does not become a god.
Well, Amadia, I'm no more of a god than you are. We were the same once.
But you have fallen far, my child. You have no idea of the powers that we wield, or wielded, rather. The forces of the king are hunting us down, leeching us in ways we never thought possible. Droplet by droplet, we are being drained. We are battling for our very survival, and I doubt you would have us lose, Vane. Should we perish, we will be cast into oblivion, and I dare not dream what he will do to you.
Well, I'm not going to stand for this. I don't fear the king.
Indeed, he may come to fear you, if you do as I say. You must realize, dear one, that our fates are now as one.
Oh, I got a Sibyl line with mine.
Mm.
It's very snarky.
What is the line?
When he talks about, he says, we're battling for our very survival. It's a battle we're losing, and should we truly lose, all will be cast into oblivion. And Sibyl can smile at him with mock sweetness and remark upon how the tables have turned.
Oh, that's so great. Oh, I would have loved to have seen that.
United, we are a force to be reckoned with. But if we are to survive the onslaught of the king and his void minions, you must remember what you have forgotten. We must become vastly more powerful. And once you are strong enough, we must travel to the Well of Ascension. There, you will become even more powerful.
So is that where they harness the power of the veil?
It is a lake, a pool of pure source, containing half the powers of each of the gods. We gave those powers up freely to create the first divine, a mortal we infused with our united strength. To bathe in the lake is to become the divine. But you, Fane, you could be so much more, and that is why you must be the first to reach it, no matter what the cost.
All 7 gave away half of their powers. I'm rather surprised by their generosity.
We had no choice. In the face of the Void's onslaught, our individual powers would never have been enough, although we still had the sense to leave him immortal. The Void has never been this strong. A new divine won't be enough. You need to go to the Well of Ascension, not to bathe in its powers, but to take them, all of them. Even all those powers will barely be enough to defeat the king.
Well, stealing the source of the other lords means they'd be left as mortals, or worse. And that makes me a bit uncomfortable.
Whatever for. The other gods will either bow to you or be undone.
My grand
Of course, the
essential
others
shall
are
be
saying the
complete.
same to their
Befitting
mortal
reward
godwoken
from
as
one
we
of my lineage.
But there can be only one. So make no mistake, dear Fane. The road to divinity may well mean the blood of those 6 traitors staining your ivory hands. But do not let that dismay you. You will save these mortals. You will save this world. You will save me, the last of your true kin. And you will become a god.
I don't know, Madi. As much as I like to joke around a bit, and I wouldn't tell them this to their face, I actually have grown rather fond of my companions. I'm not really all that interested in betraying any of them right this moment.
Innocent child. Do you
Cut over to the Red Prince, who's like, "Where do I sign?"
Oh, well, I do have my need for royal retainers. I may keep them around for millennia or 3. Although by then I'll probably give them their will and freedom.
Well, Lady Amadia, that's not the point at all.
Blessed fortune that I am here to protect you, to guide you. You and I are the last Eternals, Fane. That is why it will be us. That is why it must be us. Our journey will be fraught with peril. It is a pilgrimage of challenges that will require you to command Source as you once did, and wield its most powerful spells.
So, me being an Eternal, what further requirements could there possibly be?
Laughter rolls and echoes into infinity.
Oh, dear child, you are quite formidable. But you have forgotten much of what you once knew.
And let me guess, you're not going to tell me because the plot demands it.
We are I now. I shall teach you the spells you need to remember soon, but not before you relearn how to channel the Source in greater volumes. That is why you need to seek these masters of the Source. You must make them teach you, so that you can regain your full power. They may be nothing but mortals, but like all mortals, they have their uses. Return to Rivellon, seek them out, and force these masters to share the knowledge they have gleaned. Once you have, return to me here.
Well, before I go, what exactly, again, did you do to my sight?
You had forgotten how to view the world, my child. This will make you understand that for us, there is precious little difference between the living and the dead.
They seem rather different to me.
Source is. It is a constant, a subject of neither time nor transience. All of life is source, and in source
The role
it
of master
is
suits me rather well.
immortally so. Your vision has been restored, giving you the power to see spirits, the souls of dead mortals made manifest in source. Speak the spell during your peregrinations, and you will see them. Where the dead lie, the dead linger.
Well, Amadia, I'd say that I would have thought that you knew more about the source than any mortal.
Alas, I am no longer who I once was, bound to you as I've become. I will teach you what I can, but the links that will expand the bounds of your soul, those are connections I cannot make for you. Good luck, dear Fane. Make me proud. Go now, my darling Fane. Rivellon and its masters await.
Alright. You all are still talking, it looks like.
I'm done.
Oh, you're done? How do we get out of here?
You just run back, I think.
Oh, you run back? Oh, okay.
I think. I don't know.
There's a hallucinogenic smoke next to my guy. I clicked it, and it sent me back, and the mice is talking to me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, yes, I do see it.
Oh! Oh! Well, we're back here now. Everybody is listening to their conversation. The Maester stares intently at you. Her eyes are tired and bruised, but determined.
Still alive? Gods above, there might be something to you after all.
She leans in, her bloody tongue flickering hungrily about your face.
Tell me, what did you see? What you know?
Do we want to tell her, or do we want to keep it to ourselves?
That's up to you.
Okay.
Completely up to you.
I found out that the elves are worshipping the wrong god.
She stares intently for a moment, taking in every detail before sighing deeply.
Nice.
You didn't have enough source, did you? You had all the materials, but not the source.
That must have been it.
That is unfortunate.
I don't really understand what any of this is.
She's basically saying, the gods were telling us that we need to expand our source slots, basically. Mm-hmm. And she's just saying that we can't succeed completely because we need to open up those additional source slots. Mm-hmm. So that's why she said we didn't have enough source, because we can't cast more than a single slot of source at the moment.
And you don't know how to fix this?
I know exactly what must be done. You must find a master of source. And I could have helped you once, but no longer. The purging which the Magisters included as part of their service was quite efficient. They stripped me of my source. Not enough to silence me, but enough that I would not turn their insides to lime. Enough to sever my link to the font from which all source flows. And certainly enough that I cannot train you. So we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only source masters not yet hauled off to Fort Joy or turned into meat puppets are those too dangerous or cunning for the Magisters to contain. Sorcerers that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others to turn to.
And so we actually met one of the source masters, Mortis, because he could have taught it to us, if you remember. But there are other people.
Yeah, didn't we? Haven't we got a quest for one of them who said they'll give us a source slot if we complete it?
Yeah, so that's what we were doing last time, by going into the Black Pits or whatever, which will continue right after this scene. And hopefully we'll eventually find a Master of Source that'll open up another slot.
I mean, sounds dangerous, but if we need the power, we need the power.
Just so. Some of these are quite dark, twisted individuals. The kind of creatures that grew bored pulling their legs from spiders and so moved on to people.
I was a slave lady. I've seen worse people.
However, it is the path we walk. No matter what the cost. No matter what is asked of you.
The Meister doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling for breath. After a few moments, she regains her composure, wiping a thin smear of blood from the corner of her mouth.
I don't mean to be rude, but it's really hard to understand you over the... Can you...
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them.
We saw some sorcerers in the barracks. They could be source masters.
My, you have been a busy little creature, haven't you? Yes, they would do nicely.
I believe it's called side questing.
You may need to visit several of them. I doubt anyone would be willing to give up all of their secrets.
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens, a dark red stain spreading across her tunic. She hisses in frustration and starts to bind the gash.
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and remember, do whatever it takes.
Alright. Well, we'll be back as soon as we can.
All right.
Anyone else see the spirit?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Oh, yes.
Should I talk to it? Oh, I guess you're gonna talk to it then. The spirit of an elegant elven woman materializes before you. She seems surprised.
I must have missed you for a moment. Greetings, former subject.
You can see me. A god woken in my presence.
Oh, great.
No. I believe you are in my presence. Undead, living, man, elf, lizard, wood wolf. All are in my presence, not the other way around. Now, who are you, to be exact?
I am the Meister's apprentice. I study under her, but I do not learn. I hear tales of the ritual, of what lies beyond. Such wonders, such powers. I decide to pursue them myself.
See.
Meister tells me it cannot happen, that I am not God-woken. But in my heart, I know I'm special. I try. I burn the root. I breathe the smoke, and it burns me back.
We should gain the favor of a deity first. I find it works wonders.
No air fills my lungs, only fire. When the darkness falls, I cannot cry out. I leave my life behind with a shameful whimper.
I cannot claim to understand your motivations. If you knew you were not chosen, why did you attend it?
The spirit looks at you regretfully.
It is hard to hear of such power, and not covet it for yourself. I lie to myself and convince myself that I am special. But I am not special. I am dead.
You're not special. In that case, I shall take my leave.
The spirit of an elegant...
You can see me.
The spirit...
It is hard.
So we can see
The
spirits
Meister stares
now.
intently at
Yes.
you.
Still alive.
She leans in.
Tell me, what did you see? What
Don't
you
forget to
mean?
get more
She
source.
sighs in...
You can't
Yes.
channel enough sauce.
Have a drink.
Gods be damned, why could...
Allow me to
So
pour for
we
you.
must sorcerers that allowed their power
Here you
to
go.
corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and just so. However, it is
The Meister double...
no matter what is asked of you, and you do not seem to be sorcerers. Eve, your focus, your only focus, must be on fight. My, you may need...
As she speaks...
I wish there was
Just
more I could
finishing
do,
this.
but in this condition...
Okay, so get more source.
Seems to be general consensus.
What happened to Peeper? Is Peeper outside?
Well,
Perhaps he is outside. He does not tend to follow me inside.
I see.
is there anything in here that we want?
I'll take
There's
the
a
fountain with us.
firestorm grenade over there.
There's more paintings.
Really?
There's one right over here by the desk, ink pot, and quill.
Oh.
There's an unidentified ring in this thing. I think I can just take that then.
Yeah.
So I think
Why? No, it's just the barrel.
I think out of character that one useful thing with the spirit vision is if you accidentally killed a character, like an important character that had like quest specific things, you could cast spirit vision and basically be able to interact with those dead characters. I think
That's pretty cool.
Is what you can do. That is pretty neat. So
guess what the ring is?
what is it?
+1 summoning.
Yes, wonderful.
Yeah, I'm finding a lot of those. Oops.
Yes.
What's wrong with those?
Do you even need it?
No, I already have pluses to summoning with both my existing rings.
Mm-hmm. Of course you do.
It's kind of a running joke in this group that everything we find seems to suit Sabine.
All right. Well, now that we've done that, we can
Found another ring.
continue. Found another ring. That's
So yeah, I guess I'll just come join you with the chickens then.
In fact, I'll just cast it and see what I can see. Oh yes, there's definitely chicken ghosts here. Spirit of Big Marge. But I can't talk to Big Marge. So,
That was Peepa's mother, I believe.
right.
You're fine as long as you don't go wandering.
Killed under mysterious circumstances.
That's kind of cool. So you can pretty much experiment casting the spell everywhere and just see what pops up. That'd be cool.
Yeah. All right, come here, Big Marge.
Monster! Monster!
Poor little Peepa. Poor little monster Peepa, baby. There's only one way. Yes, there's only one thing to do. Papa!
Papa? You mean the chicken's dada?
Yes. He wanders. He roosts. But he is special. He can help Peepa and keep him safe.
Can you tell it to stop following me? It seems to think I'm a mummy.
Then you'd better be the best mama you can be. Care for Peepa and stroke him and bring him straight to his papa.
Where is his papa?
She's not telling me. She hasn't said anything about that. I mean, this thing killed like your entire roost. Are you sure? I shouldn't, just.
What? No! Peepa's still just a baby, and Papa can help.
Well, it doesn't help when you don't tell me where Papa is. Counting
Counting
more
your
chickens.
chickens.
Andrew would love this quest.
I'm sure.
We learned that the chick's father, a special rooster, might be able to help.
Is is one of these yellow flags? Effie's Emporium, Driftwood, Effie's Emporium, Bridge of Marge the Troll, Cloisterwood, Wrecker's Cave. Oh! I see a marker for a magic rooster up north.
What?
That's
actually-
probably it.
It's really close to one of the portals, the Paladin Bridgehead portal, if you just want to travel there real quick and drop off Peeper.
Paladin Bridgehead. Okay.
It's up north. Yeah, let's head there and see if we can finish that quest at the
Sure.
Paladin Bridgehead. Make our way north to that flag up there, if we can reach it.
There's people talking over there.
Look, we have to deal with the chicken. This is highly important quest.
You mean you're just trying to get rid of it so it stops following you?
Exactly. Hey, squirrel.
What about the highly important quest?
Shh, squirrel is talking.